Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to all the hopeful elect brothers, the sincere, hopeful elect brothers that are all around the world preaching and prophesying the Lord's word. Now in this lesson, the topic will be the sword of the Most High and using weather manipulation as a weapon. Now the sword of the Most High, is the wicked. And who is the wicked? The wicked are a group of people called the Edomites. The wicked are the Edomites, which the Edomites, are the so-called white people. The Caucasian people. And they are set up, by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to be a sword, that's used upon, our people, for the disobedience. Because, we as a people, we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, of the Most High, to the best of our ability. We went completely off, into idol worship, into worshiping other gods, and we went off into different philosophies, and we turned our backs on the Most High, and also, our people gave up Yahushai, to be crucified. So the Most High, he used his sword, which is the wicked, which is the so-called white man, to punish us, and to put us in slavery, and to completely oppress us. Even up until this day, we're still being oppressed. We're still being, destroyed as a people by the so-called white man. But the Lord is showing mercy by giving us this truth, starting with, our teachers, our apostles and elders of GMS, on down. They preach the truth, and we saw them, whether on YouTube or on the street, and the Most High, he woke us up and brought us, out of the world and into the truth. And brothers, they changed their lifestyle. They repented, and then they started doing the work of the Lord. And then they themselves started to preach. But here's Psalms chapter 17 and verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him that him is a so-called white man, starting with the elites, of the so-called white man. Disappoint him, cast him down, bring him down, from his power, destroy him, you know, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the so-called white man, is a sword, is a sword of the Most High. And he not only, destroyed, us as a people, he's us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He not only destroyed us, but he went into all the earth. He went into all the nations, and he Salakia, he went into the nations, and he took over their homelands. He took over their countries, and stole their resources. And he also raped, robbed and murdered, the other nations as well. But the Most High, he only cared that the so-called white man raped, robbed, and murdered, us. So let me get this right here. This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Yes, so the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, he loves us. He loves us to where he sent down his only begotten Son, to be made a sacrifice, for the sins of our people. That's how much the Most High loves us. Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob. Yet Esau and Jacob were brothers, but the Most High loved Jacob. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished. Wait a minute. Salakia. Whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Yeah, so the Most High, he for a time, brought down the Edomites. He cast them down out of rulership, for a time. As during the Dark Ages, our people ruled, and they were in the caves. But we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and I will call them the border of wickedness. Yeah, so as you see, America is a country that's well developed. Everywhere you turn, there's a skyscraper, or there's roads, and bridges. There's highways. There's cars. There's technology. Esau, he built up his kingdom, but it was from the labor of the Israelites. Thus, sh- thus shall Salaki, they shall build, but I will throw down. Yes, so the Most High will, will eventually utter this, destroy this place, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Yes, so Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white people, the Caucasians, they are the border of wickedness. They are the wicked. So let me go to this scripture right here. This is Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Yeah, so Daniel, back in his time was a very, very wise man. He was a prophet of the Lord, and the Most High was dealing with him on a high level, and he was able to interpret dreams. But the so-called white man Esau, he's wiser than Daniel. The Most High, gave him the knowledge to search out all things. To search out, different species, of animals and of birds, different birds of different, insects. The Most High gave him the knowledge to come up with different technology. For example, the iPhone, and these are cars. EV, and some of those inventions were really created by so-called black men, by Israelites, but they weren't given the credit. But the Most High, he gave Esau, the knowledge and technology, and one of those technology is weather manipulation. The so-called white man has the power and the technology to manipulate the weather, which is technology on a high level. The weather manipulation machine. I was watching this video of this Japanese scientist, and he's saying that they've been manipulating the weather for years, for decades, and that's alleged, but it might be true, but as for right now, it's in today's time, in these past years, yes, the so-called white man, have been using weather manipulation technology, weather weapons, and the way he explained it is that they shoot a laser, up in the atmosphere, up in the clouds, and through that, it can it could bring down lightning, or they can make it rain, or they could make other they could manipulate the weather and make the weather, do something else. And that's an example of the Most High, giving him that knowledge, and he is wiser than Daniel. The last scripture I'll get is this one. This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, because the eagle, flies high. That is one of the highest, flying birds that's on earth. And for years, for centuries, going back to the Greek and the Roman Empire, the symbol of the so-called white man was the eagle. Because back in the Roman Empire, they used the eagle, as their symbol. And in today's time, America, they use the eagle as their symbol. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Yeah, so the so-called white man has space stations that's in the that's around the earth, that orbits the earth. He has space station. He has satellites, and also he has weapons, up in space. One of them is a DEW, direct energy weapon. That's an example of the technology of the so-called white man. That's a nest, that he has set in the stars. But the Most High will bring him down, with all that technology that the Most High gave him, that he thinks that he came up with himself, and that he wants to now call himself God, because of the technology, that he has that keeps on increasing. Your phone, is a computer. Your iPhone, your Android phone, that's a computer. That's a higher level of technology. The so-called white man has cameras everywhere, where he can see everything, so he thinks, that he's on the level of the Most High, but the Most High is going to bring him down. The Most High is going to destroy Babylon the Great, which is America, with nuclear missiles, and he's going to send his son down, Yahweh Shai, to take over the earth, and to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. So Esau, the elites, they're done. This is it for them, but they still have to play out, their role as being the wicked. But their kingdom is done, pretty much. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yashai Bashim Kakadash. Lord will, this lesson was edifying. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.